Thank you. Mr. Walker, we're posing the same question to you, sir. In 1 minute, what should the next step be to solve gun violence?
Well, first of all, any law or bill passed that will affect anyone's Second Amendment, I'm not going to stand for and I won't support. But third, to hear Senator Warnock talks about supporting law enforcement is sad because he's called them names. And because of the name calling he's done, the morale is down, recruitment is down.
Dude.
Only because of what he's done.
Raphael Warnock called law enforcement names and morale is down. That's why they're not doing their jobs.
And because he believes in no cash bail, is releasing prisoners, he don't protect the border. Fentanyl is coming to this country and also into Atlanta. 70% of the drugs coming from the border goes to Atlanta, Georgia. And he talks about the police. I have more sheriff that has endorsed me than anyone running.
I don't want to hear about violent crime from a guy who used a weapon on his wife. Say it!
As we've already seen.
Fuck!
My opponent has a problem with the truth.
He's never answered a question. Be like, your brain is fucking broken. You can't answer questions.
I have supported our police officers. I've called them and I've prayed.
He's like, bro, I know you say I'm a politician now because of the way I don't answer questions, but you can't answer questions because you got CTE.
You can support police officers as I've done through the COPS program, through the Invest to Protect program, while at the same time holding police officers, like all professions, accountable. One thing I have not done, I've never pretended to be a police officer. And,
yes!
And I've never threatened a shootout.
Woo!
I have to respond to that.
Whoa!
We are moving on,
I
gentlemen.
have to respond to that.
Grab his dick and twist it.
I am with many police officers, and at the same time,
Mr. Walker, Mr.
Wait.
Walker, Mr. Walker.
He did
Mr.
not
Walker,
flip.
Excuse me, Mr. Walker.
When he
Please,
said a problem
out of
with the
respect,
truth.
They're trying to get him to stop because he's blowing it.
You are very well
Yes.
aware of the rules tonight.
Yes.
And you have a prop.
Yes.
That is not allowed, sir.
Yes.
I asked you.
Well, it's not a problem. This is real. And he said, I have a problem. I never worked with law
It is considered
enforcement.
a prop, Mr. Walker.
Yes.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
You're very well aware of the rules, aren't you?
Well,
Aren't you aware of the
he
rules?
brought up the truth. Let's talk about the truth.
Thank you for putting that
Yes.
prop away. And as a matter of fact, we still have a lot to get to, and we are not going to continue this. We're going to follow up with a question, and this is according to the CDC. Homicide is the leading cause
I told you!
for African American youth. Mr. Walker, in 30 seconds, why do you believe this is happening, and what would you do to stop it?
Well, what I was
He's like, I'm a cop.
lies with Senator Warnock because he said he was going to Washington to represent Georgia. He went to Washington to represent Joe Biden. That's the reason we're in the mess we're in today, because he represents Joe Biden and not the truth for Georgia.
Senator Warnock, this follow-up for you. Same question. What do you believe homicides among African American youth is growing? Why are those homicides growing, sir? And how do we stop it?
Well, it's heartbreaking. And I've seen this up close as a pastor. I've presided over some of these funerals. I've met with young people. And we have to have rules and laws in the society.
Say it's poverty. Say it's poverty. Say it's poverty.
Legislator. At the same time, we have to create opportunity. There's no sickness like the loss of hope. When people lose hope, when they doubt that their life can be any longer or that they can dream of something bigger than the street they live on, a lot of things can happen. I grew up in one of those neighborhoods, but I had a nurturing family, and I benefited from good federal public policy, like the Head Start program, like Upward Bound, like Pell Grants and low-interest student loans. And to invest in our children is to invest in our best resource.
Senator Warnock, thank you. We are moving on, gentlemen, to the next question. And this topic is
Ebenezer Baptist Church. How do you explain this to Georgia voters who are struggling currently to make ends meet?
Well, let me say that serving in the United States Senate and continuing to serve my church is the honor of my life. And it gives me a lens through which to do the work that I'm doing. But here's why you know I'm running against a desperate candidate. Anytime a candidate would stoop to the level of trying to sully the name, he and his allies, to sully the name of Martin Luther King Jr.'s church and John Lewis's church, you know that's a desperate candidate. Let me tell you about my church. My church is a Matthew 25 church. We spend every week, every day feeding the hungry and the homeless. They know that those false charges that they've created are not true. We stand up for poor people every single day, and I ran for the Senate to do at a policy level what we do at a local level every single day.
Insane.
I'm not going to be distracted by him and his allies.
That is insane that
My
that was
people
brought
know
up,
the truth.
dude.
They know the work
And the
we do
way
every
that he
single
brought
day.
it up.
And I couldn't be prouder of them, proud to represent the Senate, and proud to serve Ebenezer Baptist Church.
So just to clarify, your position is that the allegations in these